Hello bookworms, welcome back to my channel JessBookgirlTV, where we talk about books. Before I get into the 5 books that I have read in September, I wanted to let you all know what has been going on with me. About 2 weeks ago, I saw former Queensryche singer Jeff Tate in concert. He was excellent and I was rocking out. Also, I filmed some little free library videos. I went to see some really good movies, 2 of which are horror movies, A Haunting in Venice, based on the Agatha Christie novel, Halloween Party, and It Lives Inside. Now go grab your drink of choice. In my case, I have coffee, and yes, I do drink it through a straw. And watch me as I talk about the books I have read. The Dog That Saved Stuart Coolidge by Kraus gets 4.5 stars. It's the story of Stuart Coolidge, who lives in Wellsboro, Pennsylvania. He works in a supermarket as a bag boy. A stray dog comes in and starts stealing treats. So Stuart's boss puts him on patrol to capture the dog because the dog is considered a criminal. Well, Stuart has other ideas. So he enlists the help of his neighbor Lisa, who is a freelance journalist and lives in the same apartment complex as him. Lisa decides to write a story about the dog and publish it in her newspaper. I felt that this story was very heartwarming. Next up is Madeline L'Engle's The Children's Classic, A Wrinkle in Time. Now, I felt that this story was way ahead of its time. It was published in the 1960s, and the main character in the story, Meg Curry, had 2 working parents who were both scientists, and that was very uncommon for its time because it was usually the mom that stayed at home. And I love that a story that's way ahead of its time, so I give it 5 stars, and it was also very magical. I also read this from my Discord server because I have a book club on there, Just Book Girls Book Club. Nick Hornby has a book, How to Be Good, which is set in London. The story is about Katie Carr, who is a physician. She cheats on her husband, David, who is a columnist, and she tells David she wants a divorce, and she tells him why. Well, David wants to save the marriage, and he turns spiritual, and he invites this person, Gunus, to live with them and their 2 children. I give this 4 stars, but it could have been better. I would have gave this 5 stars if there was more input in the story. But the bottom line here is that you don't stay in a marriage that's not working. It's wrong to cheat on a spouse, but if the marriage isn't working, it's always best to get a divorce because it could also hurt your kids in the long run. Strelecky has a book, The Cafe on the Edge of the World, which he wrote about his adventure about going to this cafe and talking about the meaning of life with the people that own this cafe. And it also made me question about the meaning of my life in a good way. So it got 5 stars. And it was a quick read, and I read this in 2 days. Last is Wives and Lovers by Richard Bausch, which is about 3 short novels. Now, so far, I might give this 3.5 stars because I'm not really connecting with any of the characters, but that could change. So, thank you all for watching. Until my next upload, happy reading. Bye, bookworms!